Gamecast from MSN.
Welcome to another Gamescast, your MSN gaming podcast. This is brought to you by Tech and Gadgets. I'm saying that clearly because someone on the message board, Super Jen, thought for 3 months we were saying Tech and Gadgets, as in the classic fighting game. So they're just to clarify on that count. I'm Jane Douglas. I'm one of the Tech and Gadgets editors.
Got a bit of an attitude today, Jane, as well. I like it.
I've got a cold.
You go with it.
It makes me mean.
You tell them off.
I don't mean to tell her off. I'm just, just clarifying. Nick Taylor, who's also Tech and Gadgets editor, and your host, Iain Lee.
Hello.
Take it away, Iain.
I'm having a little bit of water. I'll have that in a second. Well, I guess the starting point is always is what have you been playing this month, Jane? Have you had time to play this month?
Absolutely. Fallout 3 at the moment.
Oh yeah, I did finger that in a shop. I picked it up and was like, well,
Go buy.
Yeah, is it good?
It is awesome. Nick's been playing it as well, I know.
It's had brilliant reviews.
It's superb.
And we had a look at the old. The trailer.
Yeah, you were impressed by the trailer.
Yeah, it does look fantastic. Yeah.
I tried before that. I was playing Fable 2. In fact, I'm kind of playing them in parallel, but I've sort of gone over to Fallout 3 a bit more now.
Why have you gone off Fable 2? Because I'm not a fan of those things, but I read such a good review of it.
Yeah.
That even I thought, well, maybe.
It did get amazing reviews. It's a good game. I just find Fallout 3 a little bit more compelling. So when I've got both of them available, I tend to go for Fallout 3. But Fable 2 is good, and I will finish it eventually. It's a lovely game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick, what have you been up to?
I got to have a go on Mirror's Edge yesterday.
Okay.
Ahead of that coming out.
Come closer to the microphone, Nick. Come on, don't be shy. The people at home want to hear you.
Sorry.
How's
that now?
It's sounding marvellous, I bet.
Smash it. Mirror's Edge, yeah. Very good indeed. Very cool free running game.
Yeah.
Jumping off rooftops.
Oh, that's the one we looked at that again, didn't we? Yes, my memory's gradually kicking
with
into
the panting woman doing lots of
Is it good? Because we were worried, or I was worried when I saw it, that it was perhaps just like one trick pony and that it wouldn't have much depth, but you're saying that's not true.
Well, it's a little hard to say that for definite because I did only play it for an hour. So, once you've actually got it home, would you get bored of it? I don't know. Like, you'd have to have a proper session on it. But on first impressions, really cool. It's just fantastic. It's like being in a platform game, but with first-person view.
Yeah.
Leaping across
Right,
huge expanses.
I've been playing Metal Gear Solid 4. I've played Xbox is fixed. Microsoft, thank you. It's all sorted. It's there. I've not touched it because I did the trade-in. I got the Metal Gear Solid 4, and I'm enjoying it. Has anyone completed it? Has anyone got here and got?
I haven't completed it. I have played.
Because I want to know how much more I've got to go because I'm getting a little bit bored of it. But if I'm nearly, if I'm over halfway, then I'll see it through to the end. If I'm not, then I'm like, I'm in Act 2, and there's a lady jumping around with tentacles, and she's one of those people that she's like a boss, and it's really hard to kill her.
Yeah.
And I've spent way too long trying to kill her. If anyone could let me know, am I near the end, or have I got like months to go? Because
I think you've got a bit of a while to go, yeah.
Really?
I didn't finish it. I watched someone else finish it, but I'm pretty sure you're not.
You watched someone else finish it?
I watched someone else finish it. It's on my lazy gaming days where I let someone else play. And
I would like that. I would like to have a friend or a partner or whatever who would do that for me. Yeah. It's good. It is good. But we're saying this on the lift up to Jen, that I don't think the story is anywhere near as good as they're making it out to be. It's not, you do these little bits and you just get into it, and then it goes to a cutscene and it's 10 minutes long, but you've got to watch it so you kind of know what's happening. And also, you spend an hour trying to do a bit and you're all stealth and you're crawling around, got killed, I'll do it again, got killed, If you just run around the edge of the game area, you can do it, pretty much. There's a slight generalisation, but you don't need to be as stealthy as... Maybe I'm not getting into the spirit of Metal Gear Solid 4. I don't know.
If you're not into cutscenes, then I think it's probably not your game either.
No, but I've done that thing where I've devoted so much time to it that if I let it go now, I feel I've cheated myself. I've cheated the game. You know what I mean?
But it sounds like a book that you've got halfway through that isn't actually all that good. But you think, well, I've got to read the rest of it because I've went out and bought it.
With a book, you can look, you can see how much. I've got no idea. I should. If someone could let us know, then post on the forum, please. Tell me what the hell is going on. Now, last month, I kind of mentioned as a passing comment as we're going that we would try and find maybe the best 3 and the worst 3. Gaming sort of characters, mascots of all time, and this came because I was reading an article about Sonic the Hedgehog or something, and it dawned on me that apart from Sonic 1 and 2, all the other Sonic games are rubbish, pretty much. Remember Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast? Oh, what a stinker. They're all pretty rubbish. And also Sonic, he's a rubbish character, isn't he? I've got no interest in the blue hedgehog. He seems a little bit lightweight, whereas someone like Mario, not only are all his games, most of his games excellent, there's just a bit more depth to his character, I think, you know. Are you a fan of the Sonic, Jane?
Well, yeah, like you say, the first few games, and then not so much since. I think it takes a real, Sega fan to still be with Sonic at this stage, perhaps. It didn't help. Remember when he had that cartoon, and they gave him this kind of American accent? And that's just not how I imagined his voice.
Yeah,
and that's sort of off-putting, whereas with Mario, you kind of, from the beginning, you know what he's supposed to sound.
But then they did that with Mario as well. There's a
That's true.
With all of those characters, there's been cartoons. We're talking about Pac-Man. There was a Pac-Man cartoon in the 80s, which was awful. But Pac-Man, now, Pac-Man, you disagree with this, but you saying he's not really a character. But I'm old enough to remember Pac-Mania. First time around, there were songs, there was the cartoon, there were breakfast cereals, there was the board game. Do you remember Pac-Man, the board game? Where you had this thing and you had to go around collecting marbles.
It was just the maze, wasn't it?
It was
just
the
out on
maze,
a
yeah. I
board.
think you took turns. One of you was the ghost, and you took turns rolling dice, and the ghost had to catch the Pac-Man and stuff like that. And it was huge. It was absolutely huge, but a rubbish character. Have you played? There was Pac-Man Adventure as well. I think they tried to release. That was just an absolute.
I remember that. It was sort of isometric looking thing. Yeah.
I got a copy of that
strange.
signed by the boss of Namco.
Oh,
I had to go, thanks very much, never going to play this. It's a load of rubbish.
That'd be worth at least a £5 now.
I think I chucked it.
Right?
Yeah, it probably would be worth a couple of quid actually, but I chucked it. I met the guy that invented Pac-Man, and they have the story around Pac-Man is he was having a pizza and he cut one slice off and he went, Pac-Man or Puck-Man as it was called in Japan. I don't buy that.
I think it's apocryphal story, right?
He was telling the story. You could see he told the story hundreds of times, and there were lots of Namco executives around him just making sure he's told the same story. This poor man who only ever made one decent game, I think, and didn't make much money out of it. So sorry. Yes. Anyway, I'm rambling on like an old granddad talking about World War II, which is no use to anyone. Now, people on the forums have been suggesting.
Characters
that they think
least favourite.
Okay.
Well, first of all, we had a battle, which is a flash game running for a little while on the channel, so people could choose their favourites, and we got a top 10 out of that. So we'll start with that, and it goes.
Is this in any particular order? Is this
starting from number 10, Luigi? Okay. So it goes Luigi, Solid
Luigi,
Snake.
yeah, Luigi. Okay, yes, yeah, he's good.
Right. Solid Snake at number 9, Crash Bandicoot number 8.
I'm going to stop you on Solid Snake. I think as a character, I think he's rubbish. I think he's. Why? There's a collective sigh in the room. I just think there's nothing. He's a horrible, cliched, horrible old man who just smokes a lot. I don't think there's any depth to him.
How about the early games though? The earlier.
Oh, the games are fine. I'm not criticising the games. I'm criticising him.
Yeah, no, I mean him in earlier games when he wasn't an old. Oh,
when he was young.
Geezer.
He's got a mullet. He's got a bandana. Was it 1984 or something? Come on, we're not at a Styx concert or something. I just don't think as a character he's as well rounded and as deep as the Metal Gear Solid fans would have you believe. I bet there's a few Metal Gear Solid fans at home who are outwardly saying, "Oh, Metal Gear Solid 4 is brilliant," but inwardly feeling a little bit cheated and a bit disappointed and a bit bored of the whole saga.
I don't know.
Nick, do you want to fight about it or something?
I'm not going to
because I'm up for it. I'm up for it.
I can tell. I can see the anger in your eyes. It's not going to come across on a podcast, but you're gripping the table. I'm not going to fight you on Metal Gear Solid. It's too much about cutscenes and movie bits for me. Not enough game time.
I sometimes wonder though how much depth you need from your main player character because it's you really, and you kind of invest it with your own.
That's true. You project yourself on there. Crash Bandicoot, on the other hand, I'd have him in the top 3 definitely.
Right.
I think he's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes.
We made it to number 8.
Okay.
So 7, Pikachu.
Nick, do you want this one? Go on, you run with this one.
I've got nothing to say about Pikachu. What do you want me to say?
The Pokemon now, and I've played Pokemon games. I got for a little while. Me and my friend Mackenzie Crook got into playing Pokemon cards. The card game, because the card game itself, it's an alright card game. We got into it for a bit, but none of the Pokemon games, they're for 8-year-old girls, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think we can say that without offending anybody. And the whole phenomenon of them, I had to once host at the IMAX cinema, like the World Pokemon Championships or something. It was the most soul-destroying job I've ever taken. And there's all these 12-year-old kids shouting because someone had used I think they brought their own controller or something that had a special cheat built into it or some nonsense like that. No, I don't think they stand up to scrutiny. Sorry, I'm coming in on a negative vibe today, but I feel strongly about this.
Right.
Jane, are you a fan of the Pikachu?
Not really. I mean, I don't hate on him, poor little guy, but I don't have much to say about it.
Okay.
I think you probably have when you say I think we can say that it belongs just to 8-year-old girls without offending anyone. I think that's probably not the case. I think you'll probably have offended many people. It's a multi-billion dollar franchise.
Okay.
So
if there is one boy above the age of 18 still playing Pokemon, come on this forum now and defend yourself, because there is something seriously wrong with you.
Is that the sound of a gauntlet going down?
A gauntlet has been laid down. If the gentleman were here, his face would be slapped. No, it's fighting talk today, Jane. Come on, next.
6, Donkey Kong.
He's the monkey, isn't he?
Right? He is the monkey.
He's brilliant.
Good. Thank you.
Pretty
Some
iconic.
positivity.
And he, of course, Donkey Kong Country and stuff. Yeah, no, he's popped up in a few games. He's a good character to have, definitely.
Okay. 5, Link. Legend of Zelda.
A good character, yes. I'm not a fan of the games. I've had a go, and they don't really appeal to me.
I think it's amusing how many people perhaps think he is Zelda, because the games obviously are always, you know, Zelda something, and he's the main character. And
I think he's good. And in those games, they don't really appeal to me, but you do kind of. It is a slightly more engaging storyline in those games, I think, than in, for example, the Metal Gear Solid. I think it is a bit more. You can kind of buy into it a bit more because it is a bit more fantastical, and there is a progression in it. Yeah, no, he's good.
Okay, good.
Did he get? He must have had a spin-off cartoon at some point, mustn't he?
I don't doubt it. I can't say I've ever watched it. 4, Lara Croft. Unsurprisingly, perhaps.
Yeah, gone off the boil recently, hasn't she?
No, well, there's a new Tomb Raider game out. I think this month. So
Any
we'll
good?
see. I haven't played
No
it
one's
yet.
played it. You've
don't
not seen
know.
it yet.
Not the
There's
new
a
one,
demo,
no, but
but-
she is a bit of a classic character.
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
can't really argue with Lara Croft, I think.
Yeah.
Properly.
No, she used to do that. She doesn't do that anymore, does she? She used to. You tried to make her go away that she couldn't go. She'd go, no, like that.
And,
Yeah, of course. We're of an age where we would spend hours bored of the game going, making her walk into a wall and stuff. No.
and the really sad bit when she drowned as well.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah. I did like a bit of Tomb Raider actually.
Okay.
I always felt bad about that.
Pac-Man, already mentioned, number 3.
Doesn't stand up. A brilliant game. Pac-Man is a fantastic game.
Not really about the characters, I suppose. You don't really care about the little ghost dudes and. You know.
Well, the Inky. There's Inky, Blinky, probably Winky.
Yeah.
And there's a
something
Stinky.
else.
There's a Stinky.
Is
Yeah,
there?
there's a Stinky. Yes.
Not a character-driven game, though. Should
No.
we say? Sonic at number 2.
No, thank you. Number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2.
I think Sonic only stands out because the other characters alongside him were so poor. They just brought in other really bad characters to make Sonic look better. And do you remember Tails? Going?
Oh yeah,
How annoying
Tails.
was
Yeah.
Tails? Just and his
Was there a-
girlfriend as well. Was it the pink Sonic, Amy or something?
Was there an evil Sonic as well? There was like a sort of. Oh,
Right.
maybe I think of the Doctor, the Professor, or whatever he was at the end.
Robotnik.
Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah. He was probably a better character than Sonic.
From that era, someone who I never took off and I think was better than Sonic, Alex Kidd. Do you remember Alex Kidd?
Yeah.
Alex Kidd in Miracle
Same.
World and stuff like that. He
Yeah.
was like he had big ears. So I can say that's all I can say about him. Literally, is he had big ears. And who was number 1 on the?
Oh, well, Mario.
Well done. It's a
Unpredictable.
Mario, isn't it?
Yeah, see, I'm not so into that. Mario,
Why?
Not these days. I get Mario originally
Yeah.
in the days of like Super Mario Bros. Like, sort of old school style.
Yeah.
Now I just find him annoying. He's got a really annoying voice. Does no one else find that?
But he's got an Italian voice. You're saying all Italian voices are annoying? I don't think you can say that. I sort of know what you mean, but I do think, as a character, I think he's more, this chubby little plumber bouncing around through space, sometimes with... Is Luigi his cousin? Is his cousin? Or is
brother.
it, oh,
Yeah.
there we go, there's one. The Mario Brothers, that would explain that, wouldn't it?
It's a hint.
That's the clue, yeah, that's the forum next month. Cut that bit out, Alex, please, thank you. But yeah, no, I tell you who's been missed from there. Does anyone remember Lula from Space Channel 5?
Yeah, with she had bright coloured.
She had bright coloured hair, short little miniskirt. It was a game on the Dreamcast. I think it must have come out maybe it came out on another a Nintendo console as well, and it had the best music. And you have to do, it's one of those kind of things where you have to move in time and you have to dance and stuff like that. And she's a reporter in space, and space is being attacked by aliens, and the way she beats the aliens is by dancing.
Nice.
I do recall that game. It was good.
Lula's a great. I would put Lula in the top three.
Nice.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, if we're going for slightly more random ones, I think someone on the message board mentioned him, and I can't find his name at the moment, but Guybrush Threepwood off the Monkey Island. I mean, how good was he? He was a great character.
He was very good. I never really got onto those because they were on.
Really?
They were on like the Amiga, weren't they, or something?
Yeah.
I remember I borrowed a friend's Amiga for a week and had a bit of a go on it, but I think they're bringing those back as well at some point. There's talk of them.
Should do.
Of those coming back. Jane, any ones that we've missed that you kind of...
I thought we could look at the message board comments, seeing as we asked people to recommend them. Axion741 says best character. It's a toss-up between GLaDOS and the weighted companion cube from Portal. You played Portal? You know Portal?
I didn't get very far with Portal.
Right.
I had a go on it, but I didn't
you know
get
who
very far.
GLaDOS is. She's the
I
AI.
do. Oh, okay,
the computer
right.
That talks to you the whole way through. Yeah, she's like sarcastic and very, very funny. So I can sympathise with
Fella
that.
from Half-Life's a good character as well.
Gordon Freeman.
Is there a film coming out of that?
I think there's one in the works.
Right.
I don't think it's you won't see it next month.
I saw a bloke. I see lots of blokes who look like Gordon Freeman with that kind of glasses and the stubbly.
Eric Clapton, right?
Yeah,
Maybe.
Clapton. Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
Takesis1 says Minsk from Baldur's Gate.
Oh, that's a foreign language to me.
You
that
don't
means
play Baldur's Well,
No.
I don't remember it that well, to be honest, but I know the character is well appreciated. Who else have we got?
Here's the guy that said Guybrush. Goldman999. He loves the point and click adventures by the look of it, because he's also saying the one out of Broken Sword. George Stobbart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played Broken Sword a bit, but it was nothing on Monkey Island. Sorry.
I tried a couple of months ago. We mentioned text adventures, and you suggested Frotz,
Yes,
which is
for
a
the
program
iPhone.
for the iPhone with text adventures. I had a go on it. It's a lot of fun for an hour, and then it's like I remembered why text adventures was so frustrating, because it's like you can't do that, you can't do that. You can't do. I can't see that. You can't. Don't swear. It's fun for an hour. I think it's free to download, and there's loads of games on there. But their advert. Sorry, go off on a tangent. The new advert for the iPhone is now saying, "Oh, it's a games machine." Have you seen this? It's on telly recently, and it's just them
Isn't
playing
that
lots
for the
of games.
iPod Touch, or is it for the iPhone as well? I
read it as the iPhone, but I guess it's well, you could be right. It could be, but they're the same kind of thing, aren't they? But it's just it's playing lots of games and tilting and stuff like that. I don't think it's that good for games. Some of the games are great, and I've got Super Monkey Ball on there and stuff like that. But that whole tilting mechanism, I don't think is quite accurate enough for it to carry it off as a games thing. I want a stick or buttons or something. You know, I'm missing that.
That's like sort of having touch screens entirely instead of buttons, I think.
Yeah.
So sometimes you just need a real button to press, like for whether you send a text on a mobile or playing a game.
What they could do, it's got a socket in the bottom. You can put a little joystick, couldn't they? They could make someone could make a little joystick to plug in there, and then you could. That would be fantastic. I'm miming playing my iPhone with a joystick here. You can't see this, but that would be fantastic. I think, and would really add
an iStick.
He's even come up with a name. Well done,
sweet
genius.
I quite like this comment from Ali Cat. Worst ever character, in fact. Princess Peach. She's just so helplessly vanilla, and we're expected to save her constantly for a kiss on the nose or a cake. Christ.
Yeah, girls get a bad rap in games. Apart from Lara Croft and a couple of other cash-ins at the same time, girls get a bit rubbish in games, aren't they?
They are, yeah. One springs to mind straight away.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, because I was playing Resident Evil 4 recently.
Yeah.
Ashley in Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
Oh my God, how annoying. All she does is she just follows you around, getting into trouble the whole time, and just offering nothing at all. Sorry, but it's true.
You don't need to apologise. Come on, this is like therapy for us. Let's get this stuff out.
And so it's coming up. But yeah, and then you'll hear her in the distance going, "Oh, help me," and just getting carried away.
Are there any other strong female characters in games?
Ada Wong, I think. While we're on the topic of Resident Evil, she was good. I liked her.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Chun-Li, childhood heroine of mine.
Oh,
of course.
I think there's a few. But,
there are a few. Yeah.
Not many. I think you're right. Also from Elite Cat, best ever character, Solid Snake. More of because what he isn't, that cardboard cutout Marcus Phoenix type character. He's got humour, style, and who wouldn't want a tranquilizer gun?
I like Marcus Phoenix.
Do you?
He's a great character. He's
Character?
yeah. Well, just because he is really one-dimensional, he's just really gruff, and he just goes, "Oh yeah," when you load the gun right.
When he finds grenades, he's like, sweet.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I want from a Schuster character, you know. Sweet, brilliant.
I think we've done the characters there. Now, this is something you can clear up because you lot are Microsoft and stuff, yeah. So you know all the things, sort of on the fringes of it, but there is a vague connection. I've been getting lots of emails from someone recently who's been banging on that there is a portable Xbox. You have got a cold, haven't you?
I have got a cold.
If you need to take a sneeze break or something, we can, and it can be cut out. But so I've been getting emails, several, from some weirdo, saying that there is a portable Xbox coming out. That it's been designed, it's been built, and it's ready. Have you heard anything about this? Because I want to believe this more than I want to believe in Father Christmas. This would be fantastic.
I've seen a picture, but it was a mock-up, and it was, explicitly a mock-up from T3, I think. And it was that they're speculating on what an Xbox handheld console might look like.
Right.
So I don't know if he sent you that picture, perhaps trying to pass it off as the real thing.
Well, he sent me two pictures. They both look completely different. So I'm guessing...
I don't know. I mean... I couldn't say, but I don't think Xbox is going to go there. I mean, how do you compete with the PSP and the DS when you haven't even,
Oh, they could. Well, and the whole. I read an article about it online actually as well. I kind of researched it a little bit, and they said that the 360 is probably halfway through its shelf life, and that's when that's a good time to bring out a portable version because then that carries it on for a little bit longer. I don't quite understand the logistics of it. It would be good though, wouldn't it? Because I don't really play my PSP. I don't really play it at all, to be honest. Occasionally, if I'm on a plane, I'll take it, but I end up just watching videos on it. Don't really touch my DS. But a portable Xbox, a portable 360 would be superb.
That'd be fantastic. Where it might become reality is where you were saying before about the iPhone not being amazing for games, but with Microsoft's sort of Windows mobile connections and all of that, if they made a phone that was also a really good handheld console.
Yeah.
That's where they could take on something like the DS, and then you've just got everything all in one then.
But so basically, it's an internet rumor. As far as we know, it ain't happening.
Take you with a big mountain of salt, I think.
Maybe one day.
Okay. Well, another thing I noticed is that Call of Duty 5 is coming out next week or something. Or as we're recording this, it may well be out as you're listening to it.
On the 14th of November.
The 14th of November.
Depending on when you're listening to this.
And didn't Call of Duty 4 come out like 20 minutes ago or something?
It's been out for ages, but everyone's still playing it, right?
Yeah,
it came out
basically.
last year.
Was it really last year? Oh, okay. I bring back my anger and shock slightly. I thought it was only earlier this year, but
yeah, it was late last year. But yeah, there's been a year between.
And Call of Duty World at War or something, is it? World War II again. They've gone back to their roots. Are people going to be into World War II anymore? Because I thought that the whole thing that Call of Duty 4 had done was brought it forward literally, and up into modern time. And are the kids going to dig going back to a World War II?
It's a bit of a gamble, I think, for Call of Duty because they got a lot of plaudits for bringing it forward.
Because didn't 4 sold like loads more than any of the others? Partly because it was a brilliant game, but partly because it was modern warfare.
Yeah.
So to go back in time seems
because you instantly lose a lot of the weapons that you could use in 4 because they haven't been invented in the Second World War. So I think now when you're online and you get your kill streaks going on, your number 5 kill streak is attack dogs or something, rather than an airstrike.
Oh, attack really?
Yeah, airstrikes don't exist.
But guns in World War II were rubbish.
Yeah,
pretty much, and the grenades were not very good as well. So it seems. I mean, I'm sure it'll be a fantastic game. Have we seen it? Has anyone had a little go on it yet?
I've only seen trailers. Got nowhere near having a go on it. But it looks beautiful, and I'll get it straight away because Call of Duty 4 was so awesome.
Your face is lit up like a little boy. I love it. I love it. You get this is what I like about you. You get so enthusiastic about these games, and rightfully so. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Well, I just got Call of Duty 4 out again the other day and played it online and just sat there for hours again because it's so immersive and it just pulls you straight in.
Gears of War 2 will probably be out when you hear this. It's coming out Friday as we're recording this, isn't it?
Tomorrow, yeah.
I've still not, because I was going to have a big Gears of War session this month, but I just got sucked into the Metal Gear Solid. You've played Gears of War 2, have you, Nick?
Yes.
Good?
Yeah. Ace.
Yeah. What does it bring to the first one didn't have?
It's just better, bigger and better. It's not any different at its basic level. But if you love Gears of War, you'll love Gears of War 2. And the online stuff is much better. Yeah. There's an online mode called Horde, which everyone is going to play that buys it. Everyone
what happens in Horde?
it's 5-player co-op.
Yeah.
So you're all on a team, and you just get wave after wave of enemy coming at you.
Yeah.
And you have to clear that wave, and then another tougher wave come, and each time you have to clear those out. And you have to just be so cooperative. You really have to talk to each other and get your tactics spot on, otherwise you get picked off one by one. So I think it'd be really good for that, all that sort of team play.
It's whetting my appetite. You're looking a little bit not excited.
I've played it, and I will play it, but it's not my cup of tea, perhaps. I don't like Marcus Phoenix that much. Forgive me, but...
Jane's looking forward to Animal Crossing a bit more.
Lies. I was joking earlier because Animal Crossing, was it? City Folk is coming out on the Wii
December sometime, isn't it? Yeah.
And I will play that as well. I'm eclectic. I'll play Gears of War and Animal Crossing.
I'm still waiting for Little Big Planet to come out. That's
It's out, yeah.
Is it out now?
Yeah, it came out yesterday.
Oh! Can we finish this early? I'm off home. That's me sorted.
Go buy a copy.
Well,
get it home.
I'm gonna do that. Well, in that case, we should talk about Rock Band 2 that's coming out, and what's it? Guitar Hero World Tour.
Yeah.
Now, Rock Band 2. We were talking about this, Jane. It seems very odd that it's coming out because Rock Band's not been out over here very long at all, has it? But in the States, it's been out for about a year or something.
Yeah, that's right.
Like
I think Nick's our Rock Band expert, so but it came out a while back.
So it's been around for ages over in the States, but the PS2 only got it in September, and the Wii was the same.
It seems silly though to bring it out so suddenly, and also you got to buy the whole kit, and you're saying there's like a $300 premium kit
For the hardcore, there's a $300 drum kit that you can buy.
That's just for the drums. That's
Just
not the
for
whole
the drums.
package.
No.
Flipping heck, man. There's an international credit crunch going on. Who can afford to spend that much money on some fake drums? You could get an alright set of real drums for that on eBay.
Absolutely, yeah. But apparently Rock Band 2 will teach you to play the drums. It comes with a drum trainer programmed into it. And if you play it enough, you're instant drummer material.
And so the premium kit, the $300 kit, it looks like a drum kit, doesn't it? And it's got cymbals.
Yeah.
It sets up a bit more. It's not just those 4 or 5 pads, whatever it was in a line.
It looks really solid. And one thing, you don't get that annoying clacking noise with it when you hit it, like you did with the first one.
Yeah.
You can just hear that. But yeah, it looks really solid. It looks like a proper electronic drum kit, basically. Very well built and very sturdy.
Sorry, I'm just looking because you've got the songs. Are these for Guitar Hero 2 or Guitar Hero World Tour?
Yep.
We're trying to work out. We've got the song list for both Rock Band 2 and Guitar Hero World Tour. I think Rock Band 2 wins, but on Guitar Hero, look, you've got Van Halen, Hot for Teacher, Wings, Band on the Run. Come on now, who wouldn't want to sit through 5.5 minutes of Wings' greatest song?
Me.
Oh, Nick. Say second greatest, of course. Live and Let Die obviously is their best song.
Oh, Live and Let Die. I'd have some of that.
That would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But the Rock Band 2, you've got. Let's quickly go through some of these. AC/DC, Let There Be Rock. Bob Dylan, Tangled Up in Blue. Really, that seems a strange choice. Guns N' Roses, Fleetwood Mac, Go Your Own Way. Come on, let's get it in here.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Let's have some of that. What else is there? Metallica, Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, Modest Mouse. They have Presidents of the USA. They have weird bands. The Presidents are a great band, but who's heard of them? It's a strange choice. Pinball Wizard, The Who. Come on, Rock Band 2. It's got to be, hasn't it?
Yeah, I'm struggling with Guitar Hero World Tour having stuff like La Bamba on there. Is that Los Lobos, La Bamba?
Well, Richie,
is that really necessary?
They got the Los Lobos version.
Oh, yeah,
it's not the
Richie
Valance. Okay, right, yeah.
It doesn't go into any more than that. But Blink 182, all right in small doses. Damn it, I've never even heard of that Blink 182.
They do pick weird bands. Anything that they got the Donnas on there. Wow, I interviewed the Donnas once. They were weird. And which one are you favouring, Jane? Is either of those?
I'm kind of leaning towards Rock Band slightly.
It's got the better song list, I think.
But there will be
definitely.
Downloadable stuff over time, so who knows, it'll turn out eventually.
Oh, Rock Band. Okay, here we go. Two side by side. Elvis Costello, Pump It Up. Duran Duran, Hungry Like the Wolf. Come on, I'm in for Rock Band 2, please.
Hungry Like the Wolf.
That would be. You've still not invited us round to your house.
I have invited you round to my house many a time.
Well, you say it on record. Then once we finish recording this, you get a little bit cold and distant. You don't return my phone calls. Nothing happens.
There might be a reason for that. Did you see that feedback on the message board?
Which one?
Which particular piece of feedback?
Which one having a go at me from T Sky Blue, is it?
I love this one. Can I read it out?
Yeah, go for it.
Hang on, there we go.
Yeah, hang on. Okay. I even highlighted it. Okay.
Thanks, Jane.
Taxman84. No, it's not really abuse at you.
Okay.
The thing is, though, from Taxman84, this is, I couldn't help but notice every time someone reads out abuse against Ian, Nick goes really quiet and doesn't say a word. Personally, I think it's Nick who's spreading the abuse using a pseudonym. I love that theory. It might even be.
Nicholas?
We don't watch him all the time.
Nicholas, would you like to explain yourself?
I protest my innocence entirely.
Well, let's read this from Burnley Chris or Nick. Nothing about Ian Lee is cutting edge. He has no idea what he's talking about. It wasn't long ago that he said Blu-ray wouldn't take off. LOL. The man's a muppet. Yes, there's Burnley Chris using LOL like a child would do. Well, there we go. That's all I have to say on the matter, and I'm actually going to go off and buy Little Big Planet now. I'm quite excited for that because that looks fantastic.
It's wonderful. I've been playing it. I did our review for it, and it's top notch.
Good work.
Really unique.
Now, if people want to, should we give them the forum again so
Yeah.
they can come on and comment on this and say what they want to say and
Have a go at
suggest
Ian.
things for us? Yeah, have a go. I mean, I can take it on the chin and suggest stuff that they want us to talk about. And I suppose it's Christmas special next time, is it?
It will be. It'll be the December edition. Time for Christmas. Right. So, well, if you want to say anything about the podcast or just tell us how it went, come over to tech.uk.msn.com and come over to the message boards. Let us know what you think. That's all for now.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
It's all right.
Gamecast from MSN.